very much. Like the suit? I wasn't sure it was really my size, but the wardrobe lady assures me it fits me like a glove. Pity it doesn't fit me like a suit, really, isn't it? It does fit me like a glove because it sticks out in 5 places. Like the hair. Just wash my hair. Can't do a thing with sink. It's always that my doctor reckons that I'm suffering from a personality crisis. You know, he's advised me to go to this guy in London. It's a long way to go from Bolton. And I thought, is he a psychiatrist? You know, he said, no, he's a plastic surgeon. So I want a diagnosis, not a new handle for my pedal bin. But right now, and he said, there's nothing wrong with you, my little papadum. I always call him my little papadum because he eats a lot of curries. Anybody eat curries? I had one about 3 weeks ago. I went to this Indian takeaway and I had a hamster vindaloo. A real stunner, extra chili, extra gunpowder, really hot, really in the mood for it. I'm carrying it home and he's trying to get out of the parcel all the time. Sets it out on the table, it's about 1 o'clock in the morning. Get a knife and fork out. I turn around, the cat's jumped on the table. He's eating the lot. I was dying of hunger. I got hold of him by the scruff of the neck, marched him out into the backyard, took the top off the rain barrel, which was full, luckily, and I immersed the sod in it. I put the top on. I went back in, nothing to eat, nothing in the fridge, no cheese in mouse traps. I sat there feeling really, really hungry, and the door opened and the cat walked in. I said, what do you want? I said, have you got any more water? So I'm digressing from the script. There's nothing wrong with you, my little papadum. A breath of fresh air won't cure. Do you play golf? Now, it just so happens that one of my links with Derek is that we used to play golf together. I remember him a couple of years ago. We were both on the putting green at Blackpool. And he got his score down to 45. Man, you had a bit of trouble with the second hole. You know. I once asked him what his handicap was. He said he wasn't sure, but he thinks he stands too near to the ball after he's hit it. So anyway, I decided that golf wasn't the thing for me, so he invited me to go around to his local tennis club. And he introduced me to the lady secretary of the tennis club, you see. And so I signed the entrance forms and paid the money, and then we went through the basic strokes. And then we went outside and she taught me how to play tennis. And she said, there's a do this Saturday at midnight. And I said, well, what kind like? She said, well, what we do, we all have a few drinks first, and then we all take our clothes off. We all cavort about for about 3 hours. Now, I'd heard about these Tupperware parties before. And I'd never had the chance to go, I was really excited, you know. And I'm stood there, and at midnight, all the girls went out and sat in the cars. You see, and I thought, what's going on? All the blokes, and they all chucked all the car keys on the floor in a big pile. And I'm a non-driver, you see, so I thought, well, I'm not being left out. I chucked my bike clips in, you know. I thought, what's going to happen now? And all the blokes went and they picked up a set of keys each, you know, and they must have been drunk because not one of them got their own key, you know? And then they all disappeared. I searched their house for 2 hours, you know? Not a soul until the door opened and this girl walked in. And we looked at each other across the lonely room and our eyes met in the middle. I said, I'm glad there's somebody else here who's cross-eyed. You know? I said, what's your name like? I said, oh, don't tell me. It's obviously something that reminds one of new-mown hay in autumn, with the otters prancing about the sun-kissed Yorkshire dales. She said, yeah, it's Mavis. I said, Mavis what? I said, Mavis Pilchard with a hyphen. It's pronounced Pilchard. So we're alone together in this room. I did the only thing that every red-blooded man here would do. I sung this song. Watch it.
We do.
I met you at the tennis party just the other week. I put you on my crossbar, so in love we couldn't speak. You told me your life story as we rode home cheek to cheek. Oh my Mavis Pilchard, you told me of your mother, dead and gone, now rest her soul, who earned a living scrubbing funny jokes off council walls. She'd be proud to know you're now the biggest scrubber of them all. Oh my Mavis Pilchard. And what about your Uncle Bert, who earned a living wearing skirts, and Auntie May, who plays scrum half for Wales? Not forgetting Cousin Pete, who you wanted me to meet, but the magistrate refused to give him bail. At the wine lodge down in Bolton, you began your life of sin, chatting up the mafia and watering the gin, but no one ever picked you up, they knew where you had been. Oh my Mavis Pilchard. And then you turned to acting, though the family never knew. You made a lot of movies of a special kind of hue. They made the Kama Sutra look like Noddy at the zoo. Oh my Mavis Pilchard. And when your figure ran to fat, you made a fortune out of that. Your career soared to new and dizzy heights. They stuck you on a chain, swung you round upon a crane to demolish walls on council building sites. And now you're emigrating to Australia, so they say. They've got a job on Bondi Beach, you're working every day, towed behind a motorboat to keep the sharks away. Oh my Mavis Pilchard, I really love you. Oh my Mavis Pilchard, you're a belter. Oh my Mavis Pilchard.